Good evening to all pro wrestling fans of all shapes and sizes from all around the world. Welcome to another Pro Wrestling Talk video brought to you by Blitzball Champ Gaming here on the U to the Tube. I'm your host, Blitzball Champ Jason Ingram. So, wanted to get on here and do another doubleheader preview episode. So, I'm going to be previewing two shows that I will be attending in Japan. The cards have been laid out, so I wanted to go ahead and preview both shows and get those out of the way, because I actually got a lot to do as far as previews before I head to Japan, because I do want to try to cover as many of these as possible that I'll be watching live. You know what I mean? So, yeah. So, tonight, I'm going to preview the GLEAT version 14 show. I'll be attending that. And I'm going to preview Ice Ribbon's RIBBONMANIA 2024, as I'll be attending both of those shows live. Before we get started, though, a couple of updates to some matches for a few shows that I wanted to kind of mention. So, first off, TJPW, the Tokyo Joshi Pro Wrestling 25 show, their first show of the new year on January 4th, which I will be attending live, just posted another match for their card, and it was quite a surprise. Check it out. Now, I know I haven't done a full preview of this yet because they don't have the full card finalized, but check this out. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Yuka Sakazaki, the magical girl, returns to TJPW for another match. On January 4th, she will team up with Mocha Miyamoto to take on the team of Haru Kazushiro and Aris Endo. Now, don't get me wrong, I love Yuka Sakazaki. I've met her before. But, man, I really would have loved for it to have been Juria Nagano instead. You know, have a one-night only reunion for Shinken Kusho, but it is what it is. But hey, Yuka back in a TJPW ring, and you know, I'll be at the show, so definitely looking forward to that. But yeah, so they added that. Also, for let's see, for New Japan Pro Wrestling, they've added two matches, one that they've kind of changed up, and another match that they added. This is for the Strong Style Evolved show that will be this weekend, this Sunday, December 15th. So, check it out. First, because unfortunately Hanare is out due to injury, this tag match has been changed. So we're gonna get LIJ's Hiromu Takahashi and Teton to take on the newest member of United Empire, Templario, and Jacob Austin Young. So that's the new match, tag match that they're doing for Strong Style Evolve. So yeah, Templario, new member of United Empire, will be competing. And they added a brand new match to this show as well. Check it out. So, they added a 6-man tag. So we got a 6-man tag match where we got TMDK made up of Zack Sabre Jr., Bad Dude Tito, and Shane Haste. And they'll be taking on the trio of Shota Umino and Dirty Works, Fred Rosser, and Tom Lawler. So, quite an interesting match that they've added on this card to an already pretty stacked card. And like I said, Hazuki versus Mercedes Moné for the NJPW Strong Women's Championship is still the main event for this show. So definitely looking forward to that. Might get lucky and Hazuki might win, but I doubt it. I doubt it. But we shall see. And one other thing I wanted to mention, and then we're going to get into the previews. One other thing I wanted to mention. So check out the reveal, the new updated graphic / poster for New Japan Pro Wrestling's Battle in the Valley, which is their first NJPW Strong show of the new year. Check it out. Now, look at who all is on this poster. Now, I know you see Konosuke Takeshita, El Desperado, Zack Sabre Jr., Gabe Kidd, Jeff Cobb, Tomohiro Ishii. One second. Had to get some water. But look who else is on there. We got some Stardom talent on there. We got Mina Shirakawa, Azumi, Hanako, and Maika. So this will actually be Maika's first official NJPW Strong show. So, big deal for her. She'll be returning to America. Of course, I got a chance to see her earlier this year back in April through the Stardom American Dream show that they did in Philly. As a matter of fact, Mina Shirakawa, Maika, and Azumi all competed on that show. Hanako didn't do an excursion until August, so there's that. But, I think that's pretty cool that they're going to have some Stardom talent on this show. And, little by little, they've been, dabbling with having some Stardom talent on some NJPW Strong shows. We've had Mina Shirakawa, we've had Hazuki, we've even had Koguma on one, so, Mayu Iwatani. So, we've gotten a chance to see, a little bit of Stardom talent on these shows. So, Momo Watanabe is another example. So, it's good, it's at least good to see that they're starting to showcase some more of the Stardom talent on these NJPW Strong shows. And, as you saw, this will be on January 11th at the San Jose Civic Center in San Jose, California. So, yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they start building up that card when the time comes. But yeah, just thought I'd mention that. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Okay, now let's actually jump into the actual previews that I wanted to do. So, first we're going to start with GLEAT. So, GLEAT version 14. Here, let me actually get the graphics up for this. Okay, there we go. So, GLEAT version 14. So, this will take place on December 30th at Tokyo Dome City Hall. And I actually will be attending this show. I'll be in the third row. So, yeah, looking forward to this. And as for now, unless they decide to add another match or two, 8 matches. 8 matches on this card. Or actually, no. correction, 9 matches. 9 matches on this card. And I believe 2 of them are championship matches. So this is my second GLEAT show that I'll be previewing and reviewing. Like I said, shout out to Ricardo. He's the one that directed my attention to GLEAT, because I mean I didn't really know much about it long ago. So shout out to him for really introducing me to GLEAT. But we're gonna go over the card and I'm gonna give my predictions. Let's see. I really don't even know who to start off with. Who do I want to start off with? You know what? Let's do this one first. Let's do this first one. I'm gonna start off with a singles match. Here we go. Alrighty. We got ourselves a GLEAT versus Triple A showdown, as we have Takehiro Yamamura taking on Psycho Clown. Now, I've heard quite a bit about Psycho Clown, but I haven't really seen a lot of them. And not really that familiar with Takehiro Yamamura. So it's a match I'll definitely be really paying good attention to. But I'm just going to take a wild guess and say Psycho Clown will pick up the victory. But yeah, should be an interesting match. Like I said, I've heard a good bit about Psycho Clown, so will be interesting to really see what he can do. But yeah, look forward to it. Alright. Let's go to the next match. Got ourselves a tag team match. Check this one out. Alrighty. We got the team of New Japan's Tomoaki Honma and Ryo Aitaka. They're going to be teaming up to face Daimonji and Hartley Jackson. Now, I am familiar, of course, with Tomoaki Honma, you know, the man behind the Kokeshi, and seen him quite a bit in New Japan Pro Wrestling. And I am familiar with Hartley Jackson, who is apparently part of TMDK. Yeah, it's crazy. Apparently part of TMDK. Not only that, I got my first glimpse of him through a Gambare show. It was actually a couple of years ago, if I remember correctly. But he's a familiar face. And I don't really know much about the other two. But I'm going to take a wild guess and go Hartley Jackson and Daimonji to pick up the victory. I definitely liked what I saw from Hartley Jackson, so definitely gets my vote in this. So I'm going to go with him and Daimonji to pick up the victory. Alright. Let's go into our next match. How about a trios match? Check it out. Alright. So, we got a trios match here. We have the team of KAZMA, Sakamoto, Koki, Iwasaki, and Quiet Storm. And they're going to be teaming up to face the trio of Chris Vice, Kawakami Fire Ryuichi, and Brass Knuckles Jun. Oh man, I think the only one that I know on here is Chris Vice. I've seen Chris Vice before, and I'm pretty sure I've seen KAZMA Sakamoto before. The others, don't know or don't really remember. I believe that second trio with Chris Vice, I think they're called the GLEAT Monsters. I think that's what they're called. But, yeah, interesting showdown here. Yeah, what the heck. I'm going to go with the GLEAT Monsters to pick up the victory. That's Chris Weiss, Kawakami Fire, Ryuichi, and Brass Knuckles Jun. Yeah, I'm going to just take a wild guess and pick them for the victory. But, hey, should be interesting. Should be very interesting. All right. Let's see. Let's go to this next match. All right, this should be really good. So this is going to be a Lidet UWF Rules match between Iizuka and Minoru Tanaka. So not only does GLEAT do pro wrestling matches, but they also do Lidet UWF Rules matches as well. And they even have a title for that style of match. So I think that's pretty cool. Gonna have to go with Minoru Tanaka. You know, very familiar with him. Of course, he's the father of Kizuna Tanaka. But yeah, gonna go Minoru Tanaka to pick up the win. But this should be a good match, you know. UWF rules. So hey, I'm down. I'm totally down. That should be quite entertaining. All right. Let's go to our next match. Let's see. How about more trios action? All right, check this one out. Okay. So, we got the trio of J.D. Lee, Junjie, and Mr. Iguana. Oh, Lord. They'll be taking on the trio of CIMA, Takanori Ito, and Issei Onitsuka. Really, the only one that I'm familiar with is, of course, CIMA. You know, I've been a fan of CIMA ever since his Dragon Gate days, so very familiar with him. I've even seen CIMA wrestle live before. So, this is a pretty easy pick for me. I'm going to go with the trio of CIMA, Takanori Ito, and Issei Onitsuka to pick up the win. But I tell you, that Mr. Iguana character looks pretty interesting. So, something tells me that that'll probably be pretty entertaining. But we shall see. We shall see. Should be good, though. Alrighty. Let's go with this next match featuring the ladies. And I'm actually very excited for this match. Check it out. Alrighty. This is a very special match dedicated to Michiko Miyagi celebrating her 10th year anniversary as a pro wrestler. That's right, 10 years. Congratulations to Michiko Miyagi, formerly Andres Miyagi, formerly Cassandra Miyagi. So this is a special 10th anniversary premium tag match as Michiko will team up with Risa Sera and will take on the team of Manami and the final boss herself, Meiko Satomura. So Team Sendai Girls in the house with Manami and Meiko Satomura taking on Risa Sera and Michiko Miyagi. Oh, man. You know, ever since I found out about GLEAT and found out that Michiko Miyagi was part of GLEAT, and I like how, you know, she has a little more of a serious gimmick. But yeah, special special occasion for her. Even during the press conference, she was in tears talking about this match. And, you know, she's competed in Sendai Girls before. So Sendai Girls is very familiar territory for Michiko Miyagi. Of course, she used to be part of Oedo Tai back in Stardom. Of course, she's Diamond Egoist now, which I really hope I can score myself a Diamond Egoist t-shirt at this show. That's like top priority when it comes to merch at this great show. I want a Diamond Egoist shirt so badly. As far as who will win this match, I mean, don't get me wrong, I will be pulling for Risa, Sera, and Michiko Miyagi, but something tells me Team Sendai Girls is going to win. So, I think Meiko, Satomura, and Manami will probably end up winning, but I will be rooting for Michiko and Risa, Sera. But I'm looking so forward to this match. This might end up being my favorite match of the card. So, I'm excited. Very excited about it. And I'm going to get to see it live. So pumped for this match. Alrighty. Let's go to this next match. This is another trios match. But man, this one is very packed. Very packed. Check it out. So, oh man. So on team number 1, we got Katsuhiko Nakajima, of course, you know, who's competed in All Japan Pro Wrestling, who used to compete in Pro Wrestling Noah. He's going to be teamed up with the legendary Yoshiaki Fujiwara and another one of my favorites, who is also a WWE Hall of Famer, the Dragon, Tatsumi Fujinami, all on one team, taking on the trio of Kotaro Suzuki, Kaito Ishida, and Tetsuya Izuchi. Yeah. Pretty loaded match here, especially on the first team. I mean, who would have thought I would end up seeing the Dragon live? Yoshiaki Fujiwara live. Like, wow. Wow. And of course, this is an easy pick for me. I'm definitely going to be rooting for Katsuhiko Nakajima, Yoshiaki Fujiwara, and Tatsumi Fujinami. I mean, this is an easy pick for me. But I'm also familiar with Kotaro Suzuki, so that's another name I'm familiar with. But yeah, this is definitely an easy pick for me. So, yeah, looking forward to this match. Definitely going to enjoy it. Alrighty. Let's see. What else do I have left? Okay, so we got 2 title matches. Alright. Let's do this. First up. Alrighty. So we got the G Infinity Tag Team Championships on the line. And this looks like this will be a banger. We got the champions, the Rascals, Trey Miguel and Zachary Wentz. And they'll be defending against T-Hawk and El Lindemann. Now, of course, I'm very familiar with T-Hawk and El Lindemann. I believe they were part of the stable Strong Hearts, if I remember correctly. So very familiar with the both of them. And I was under the impression, I guess they're still going to have this match. I thought Trey Miguel suffered an injury, but they haven't made any sort of changes or anything like that. So it looks like this match is still happening. So that's good. That's really good. Definitely looking forward to this match. I would love for the Rascals to retain. Would be pretty neat. But, I mean, I wouldn't be mad if T-Hawk and El Lindemann won. I mean, I like all four of these guys, but, you know, I'll be rooting for the Rascals. I'll be rooting for the Rascals. But I think this will be a very entertaining banger match. But yeah, very excited about it. And then last, which I assume will probably be the main event, so it looks like this is for the top title in GLEAT. Looks like this is the G-Rex Pro Wrestling Championship. The champion, Hayato Tamura, defends against Soma Watanabe. Soma Watanabe I am familiar with to a degree. I'm not really familiar with Hayato Tamura. Don't really know him like that, so yeah, I don't know. I'm going to probably just play it safe and just go with the champion's advantage and say Hayato Tamura wins and retains. But I'm going to probably stay neutral with this one, because even though I've heard of Soma Watanabe, I haven't seen a whole lot of them, and I'm not familiar with the champion. So I'm going to probably just stay neutral on this one. But yeah, 2 title matches on this card, and overall I think it's a great card. I think it's a really great card, and I'm definitely going to enjoy it. You know, this is my first GLEAT show live, and you know, I haven't seen a lot of the promotion, but you know, they've really booked some, you know, many different talent. I mean, Kyrie's been on a GLEAT show. Couple of other different folks have been on GLEAT shows. So, Kota Ibushi has been on a GLEAT show. So, I mean, Aoi has been on a GLEAT show. Janai Kai, you know, used to be part of Diamond Egoist. So, I mean, you know, familiar names. Definitely familiar names. But yeah, definitely looking forward to GLEAT version 14, December 30th at the Tokyo Dome City Hall. So, looking forward to that. Okay, before I finish off with Ice Ribbon's RIBBONMANIA 2024, here's a quick word on the sponsor of this video, Game Beauty. Check them out. As you continue to enjoy content here at Blitzball Champ Gaming, be sure you take a moment to check out Game Beauty. Beauty inspired by gaming. Game Beauty brings to you video game related makeup and cosmetic products. You have products such as eyeshadow palettes, elemental pearl highlighters, eyeshadow brushes, liquid eyeliner pens by Akideris, and even non-makeup products like graphic tees. They even have special collaboration makeup kits, such as this Persona 5 Heatwave Brush Single, Metaverse Bundle, and even a Phantom Thieves limited edition makeup collection. Also remember that Game Beauty provides international shipping of $60 or more. And if you use the promo code BlitzballChamp, all in caps, you can get 10% off of your order. So be sure to use that to your advantage. Now, back to your regularly scheduled video. Enjoy, and thank you. Alrighty, switching gears and finishing off with a show that I'm actually very excited about, especially with the card that they have confirmed. Ice Ribbon's last show of the year 2024, Ribbon Mania 2024, which I will be live and front row. That's right. This will be December 31st at Corcoran Hall. Got a front row seat for it. I'm very excited about it. And 8 matches. 8 matches total for this show, with 2 of them being title matches. So, very excited for this card. Let's go ahead and dive in. First match. Alright, we got a singles match between Kirari Wakana and Miria Kuga. If I remember correctly, the last time I saw Miria Kuga was on Serialism Chapter 5, if I remember correctly. But she's also competed on Seedling as well. And this isn't her only time competing in Ice Ribbon as well. You know, Kirari Wakana I've seen a few times. You know, this should be a pretty even matchup, I would think. I'm going to take a shot and go Kirari Wakana to pick up the win. But I could see this going either way. I could see it going either way. But yeah, definitely looking forward to this match. 2 youngins really going at it. And yeah, could go either way. But I'm going Kirari Wakana to pick up the win. Alrighty. Let's go to our next matchup. We got some trios action. I'm actually pretty pumped for this one. Alrighty. Team number 1. We got Mayuka Koiki, Grizzly Fujitaki, and Nanae Furukawa. And they will be taking on the team of Yu Hanaya, Mifu Ashida, and Manami Yuki. Of course, Manami Yuki has mainly been part of Marigold. But, of course, it was requested by Nanae Furukawa, wanted to get a chance to face her in a match. And here we are, trios style. Now, also make note, Mifu Ashida, this will pretty much be her last match in Ice Ribbon. She is one of the ones that will be leaving Ice Ribbon. And I believe Nanae Furukawa is also leaving Ice Ribbon, if I remember correctly. And like I said, Manami Yuki is part of Marigold now. But, whoo. This is kind of tough. This is a little tough. But I'm going to go with the trio of Grizzly Fujitaki, Mayuka Koiki, and Nanae Furukawa to pick up the victory. But I could see the other team winning as well. I mean, I like Mifu Ashida. I definitely felt like she was on the up-and-coming in Ice Ribbon. So, you know, we'll see what happens. But I'm going to go with the first trio. Nanae, Grizzly, and Mayuka. Should be good. Alright. Let's go to our next match. It's about to get even more interesting. Oh. Gotta make sure I get the right graphic. Ah, there we go. So now this is about to get really interesting. Check this one out. Alright. We have a 3-way, a triple threat tag team match. And this one's actually pretty loaded. So, your teams. Team number 1, you got Curie and Yuna Manase, which I believe Curie is still the Triangle Ribbon champion, I think. But Kyuri and Yuna Manase taking on the team of Kaori Yoneyama and Arisa Shinose versus the team of Yappy and Ancham. Oh man, this is tough. This is a really tough one. Yeah, this one's tough. Oh man. I mean, to be honest, either of these three teams could win. But you know what? I'll be rooting for Kyuri and Yuna Manase to win. But honestly, any of these three teams could win. I mean, I think Yappy and Ancham is a strong combo as well. But yeah, I'm gonna go for Yuna Manase and Kyuri to pick up the victory. Should be a very entertaining match. So should be good. Alrighty. Let's go to our next match. And this is another exciting one. A very exciting one. Check it out. Alrighty. We got ourselves a tag team match. And this one's pretty loaded. You have the team of Sera and Mio Shirai. And they'll be taking on the team of Ibuki Hoshi and Unagi Sayaka. Now, I believe this is also Mio Shirai's last match and I believe last presence in Ice Ribbon. I believe she will be leaving Ice Ribbon as well. And of course, Ibuki Hoshi, you know, she's the daughter of Hamuko Hoshi, who just recently, not too long ago, returned to the ring. Of course, you know, she was out because she had a baby. She was a former Ice Cross Infinity champion. This is tough. I like all four ladies. This is really tough. Oh, man. But I'm going to have to go with Ibuki Hoshi and Unagi Sayaka to pick up the victory. I just think they're a little bit of a stronger team in this case. So, Ibuki Hoshi, Unagi Sayaka is my pick to win this match. But should be very exciting. I like all four of these ladies, so should be really good. Alrighty. Let's go to the next match. We got more tag team action. Here we go. Alright. We got the team of Miku Kanai and Yumiko Hota taking on the team of Totoro Satsuki and Tsukina Umino. To be honest with y'all, this is kind of an easy pick for me. I will definitely be rooting hard for Totoro Satsuki and Tsukina Umino. I'm actually, you know, Totoro's one of my faves in Ice Ribbon. You know, I wish she would have had a longer Ice Cross Infinity Championship run. But, you know, definitely like her in-ring work and just her overall gimmick. You know, especially for a big girl. But, yeah. Definitely going to go with Tsukina Umino and Totoro Satsuki to pick up the victory. Alrighty. Let's go to our next match. And this one should be very interesting. Check it out. Alright, we got a singles match. We got Manami Katsu versus Yuri. Now, from what I've last seen, Manami Katsu's definitely been on the rise And, you know, Yuri, of course, Yuri's a former two-time Ice Cross Infinity champion. So, this should be a pretty tough battle. Should be a really tough battle. Part of me wants to go Manami Katsu, but I just feel like with Yuri, I mean, somebody who's a former two-time Ice Cross Infinity champ, it's kind of hard to bet against her. So I'm actually going to say Yuri wins, but it would be nice if Manami Katsu picked up the victory, but I think Yuri's got this one. Should be a good match, though. I think it should be a really good matchup. Alrighty. Y'all ready for some title matches? And you know what? I actually really like the title matches that we got. So let's get started with our first one. Alright, we got the International Ribbon Tag Team Championships on the line. The champions, Makoto and Hamuko Hoshi, will defend the titles against the combination of Yuko Sakurai and Sumika Yanagawa. I'm actually very excited for this match. Definitely became a big fan of Sumika Yanagawa. Also, Yuko Sakurai, be good to see her live. But yeah, this should be a really good match. Should be a really good match. And honestly, I think Yuko Sakurai and Sumika Yanagawa have a good chance. I think they have a good chance at winning. I really do. But I mean, Makoto and Hamuko Hoshi have been a pretty tough, formidable team. So, I don't know. This one's man. You know what? Let me see how many oh, I couldn't help but notice, dang, Hamuko Hoshi's a 9-time International Ribbon Tag Team Champion. Goodness gracious. Okay. So this would be defense number 3 for Makoto and Hamuko Hoshi. Shoot. I mean, I don't know, man. And the interesting thing about it, Yuko Sakurai's never been a champion before. I just actually realized that. She's never been a champion before. Sumika Yanagawa has been. She's been a former international ribbon tag team champion with Misa Kagura. So I mean, oh man. To be honest, it would be really nice to see Yuko Sakurai get her first championship in her pro wrestling career. It really would. So you know what? I'm going to go for Yuko Sakurai and Sumika Yanagawa to become the new International Ribbon Tag Team Champions. It's going to be tough because they're up against a really tough team, but it would be nice to see Yuko Sakurai finally get her first championship. So, why not this show? Just saying. And then the main event of Ribbon Mania 2024 comes down to the Ice Cross Infinity Championship, the top title in Ice Ribbon. As the champion, Yuki Mashiro will defend against Misa Kagura. Now, if I remember correctly, I think Yuki Mashiro is either going to be leaving Ice Ribbon or just really going to be more of a freelancer. So I don't know, y'all. Something tells me she might actually drop the title to Misa Kagura. Just, I'm kind of having this crossroad between her just being a freelancer or her actually leaving Ice Ribbon. So, I don't know. Because if that really wasn't the case, I would pick Yuki Mashiro to retain. But I don't know. Is Misa Kagura really ready to be a top champion of a promotion? You know? As a matter of fact, which, I mean, Misa Kagura has won singles championship before. She won the JTO Girls Championship. She didn't have it long. But, I mean, she's been a singles champion before. So, I mean... And apparently she was the Princess of Pro Wrestling champion. But then, lost it on the first defense. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I just don't know. I'm gonna play it safe and say Yuki Mashiro some way, somehow retains. But if Misa Kagura does win, then it'll be obvious, what direction they're gonna go. So I'll just leave it at that. But should be a great match. I mean, it's a big opportunity for Misa Kagura. Big opportunity. So I'm definitely looking forward to it. But that is your Ribbon Mania 2024 card. And like I said, we know there's a lot going on with Ice Ribbon, with management, and, a lot of stuff going on there. And we know that some of the wrestlers, have announced that they will be leaving Ice Ribbon after this show or at the end of this show. So, I mean, it is what it is. And I just hope that Ice Ribbon will continue to push forward, and hopefully 2025, they'll fix a lot of things with the management and just really get these other, the rest of the roster going in a good way. So that's what I'm hoping for, because, I've enjoyed watching Ice Ribbon, and, I'm going to be attending Ribbon Mania, so it's a big deal for me. But I do hope that 2025 will be a good year, a good rebuild, sort of, you know, work out the kinks for Ice Ribbon. So, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But that'll do it for this video. Don't forget to check out Game Beauty when you have a chance. And let me know what y'all's thoughts are. What do y'all think of the cards for GLEAT version 14 and Ice Ribbon's RIBBONMANIA 2024? Let me know your thoughts and your predictions as well. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell while you're at it. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. For another Pro Wrestling Talk brought to you by Blitzball Champ Gaming here on the U to the 2. My name is Blitzball Champ Jason Ingram. Hope y'all have a blessed rest of your evening, and I will see y'all in the next video and or live stream. Peace.